Welcome to the KMTRADERS channel. We are looking at Bitcoin. So we just to give you like a heads up, an overall picture of what's been happening. We found a breakout recently at the 25th of March, and ever since we've been just finding support and been scaling high for our second bull run. So something to pinpoint here on the weekly is that we are reaching overbought conditions, which is likely a sign of reversal in the last 2-3 weeks. But we find the strength to come back up and take it further to make even higher highs. So we are as of this week, we are making higher highs as of last week. So that's a good sign for Bitcoin investors. So let me just show you here. So as of the analysis made last week on the last video, we saw the divergence here, which caused us to short, and that's why I predicted that price was going to retest the lower key levels before and see if we can find rejection or support for us to decide where we ultimately want to go. So let's just get rid of that. So let's take it towards the 4 hourly. I can show you the small prediction that I made. So we was currently around here in the last video, and we found confirmation in the downwards momentum like so, and we got the retest to the T at this point here, 7,531.80. Before we instantly got shot, before we instantly found support, and price ultimately switched on us, and we just had this ultimate big run, leading us to give higher highs. So something to pinpoint at the end of the week, the end of last week, is we got overselling conditions here, overbought conditions here, sorry, and price has basically made new highs now. So with our key levels, we have to now basically draw in some new ones. So this is a little insight for all new traders. So what this means is we look back in historical data and we draw previous lines. We draw lines that the market reacts significantly where it is sensitive. So as of here, so what I mean is I drew this line because price came up to this specific point and rejected it instantly. So this we can use as historical data to reproduce and figure out the future of the market. So just presented 3 lines just simply like that, and look how it matches up. I did not check at all, but we can see how we found rejection here, so it is a valid line. So taking this further, we would need to step it down to the hourly and actually analyze what is actually happening. So we have found overbought conditions, here, but we continually made higher highs than this RSI here. So we are now finding a little strength in the market here as we find constant rejection and support upon here, and look how oversold now the RSI is at this key level point here at 8,944. So it's key point where we found the momentum to change back upwards. So we've actually missed, so we found the retest, so we might have actually missed this buying opportunity for Bitcoin to go upwards, but we could find a potential scenario where we come back down like this. So if we're lucky enough to get that, I would consider buying here. And TP1 would be amongst the lines of like this. so TP1 around roughly around here, or potentially here, in line with the previous data here. So that is where I would be looking ultimately to make our longs. Highly doubt it, but if this was a possible scenario, we could find a retest at the bottom again, at here at 8,944. So price could come something like, could just shoot straight back down like this and do that another retest again before we go higher. So one of these lines I'll be making our buys at some point and see if we can get the overall momentum to be in the buying position for Bitcoin. So that is it for the analysis for the next 2 days. I'll be looking at reanalyzing on the weekend and post a video for that whole week in the next week. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you on the next one.